Oscar De La Hoya claims in a recent interview that Gervonta Tank Davis has not sold more than 100,000. Then he says he wants to make the Ryan Garcia fight. Is this the best possible way to make a fight? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys come in, SLC, subscribe, like, and comment for the illest when it comes to this boxing game. It's a couple seconds. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss a goddamn thing. Oscar De La Hoya, he jumped out the window with this one. Did an interview with Fight Hype, and he claims that Gervonta Davis, he says basically his competitors, PBC, Al Heyman, who he used to work with, yeah, they can put Gervonta Davis on pay-per-view, but that doesn't mean he's selling. And he says he has definitive information. He says he knows for a fact that Tank Davis, the numbers basically that are coming out for Tank, he says they're fake, and that Tank Davis has numbers that are fabricated, and he has not done over 100,000 pay-per-view buys. I made a video about it. You guys see it on the screen. Leonard Ellaby, he spoke to this, and he said Oscar De La Hoya is a lying POS. And he even went as far as saying that he'll make a bet with Oscar De La Hoya, and then the money can go to charity. He says, we will present the info to an arbitrator who can determine the winner, and the winner donates the money to a charity of their choice. The public will see who's lying. So De La Hoya is doing this interview with Fight Hype, and he's claiming these aren't the numbers. Ellaby also said Tank has done substantially more than 100,000 buys in every one of his pay-per-view fights. So De La Hoya, it's literally saying the polar opposite of the information that's been available. And then Leonard Ellaby went on to kind of discuss that Ryan Garcia, all of his live gates in his recent fights do not compare to one Tank Davis fight that happened on Sunday, and that was against a late replacement, Esau Pitbull Cruz. Now, I think it's looking bad for Golden Boy Promotions, and I'm going to explain why in this video. Because you got to use and apply a lot of logic to what people are saying. Like, I understand people don't want to just pick sides and want to hear both sides, but I've heard both sides and what they had to say, and then it gets to a point where you got to listen to your own intuition and the evidence that you see. And the reality is, just put yourself in this position that I'm gonna attempt to illustrate in this video. Let's say Oscar De La Hoya, what he's saying is true, and he really wants to make the fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. How on earth is this the way to do it, by lambasting Tank and Showtime and PBC and Mayweather Promotions and basically saying they're lying about his numbers? Mind you, Oscar, he said these things in the Fight Hype interview, but he showed no proof. He showed no conclusive proof that actually refutes the other. Like in the streets, when someone says, oh, this little puppet is out here snitching, right? When that happens, you can't just call someone a snitch. You got to show paperwork. Oscar De La Hoya has showed no paperwork to suggest anything he's saying about Gervonta is actually true. You know, boxing reporters, this is their job. Like, they're coming out and saying he did better numbers than what Oscar De La Hoya is saying, but Oscar's stifling the numbers and saying they're a lot less and a fraction, you know, half or better of what was been reported. But again, he's just saying that and he's not showing any proof. Furthermore, you got to put your thinking caps on. So I've already addressed the first issue, is if you want to make a fight with Tank, how do you see it fit to actually go against and go at his people and Tank? Second of all, why would you want to fight Tank? Why would you want to get two different networks, DAZN and Showtime, get them to work together and put together this fight if you're suggesting that Tank is not a star? Because everyone else is seeing the numbers, the 18,000, 19,000 Barclays, seeing the numbers, the reports are different numbers and these types of things. So with that being said, why do you even want to have your fighter fight Tank if Tank is not a star? And by saying his numbers are a fraction of the numbers that have been reported, then I don't see how that builds or helps the fight. So I think I see pretty clearly here. and what's going on. And the reality is Oscar De La Hoya is continually putting up roadblocks into making these fights, saying, oh, DAZN got to be involved, or Tank's numbers aren't the real, because ultimately I don't think he really truly wants to fight. SLC. Now make sure you guys come in, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. Listen, there's only one way my channel continues to grow, and it's with you, the fans. That's how we grow organically. There are millions of people who potentially can get into the sport of boxing or want to learn more about the sport of boxing, and these videos can show them the way. So help me grow the channel organically by throwing a like on the video. It's free, takes a couple seconds, and you can be about your day. So if you've ever gotten any value out of any of my content, make sure you reach one, teach one, subscribe, like, and comment in that order. Why on earth do you want to fight Gervonta Davis with your fighter if you don't think it's going to be a big fight, which you're basically making it sound like, because you're undermining Tank's reported success and saying he hasn't really done the numbers? Second of all, I think it's a scapegoat, because you're saying it's an equal fight. That's also what he said in this particular interview. He's saying that it's an equal fight, meaning that they're both the A side. He literally said that both Tank and Ryan Garcia are both A sides. So this to me is a clear-cut case of Oscar De La Hoya lying to the public, and he's trying to undermine Tank and his success and the way he's been built and the way he's been branded in order to leverage a position for Ryan Garcia and make this false attempt that Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia are on equal playing fields. But we know that's not the truth, because despite the pay-per-view numbers, which don't have to be declared, right? We know for a fact that Tank Davis is selling a higher live gate. There's actual commission reports. There's fans. I know fans for a fact, people in the Boxing Ego community that have went to the Tank fights, and they're saying the energy is electric, and they're showing me videos and sending me videos of how many people. I myself have covered several Gervonta fights, and I know how, like, I've been to Atlanta and watched Tank. Tank's not from Atlanta, but the crowd came out. So despite the pay-per-view, you know, whatever discrepancy that Oscar De La Hoya is trying to come up with, the other elements you can't fake. Like, you can't fake that LeBron James is in the crowd, Madonna's in the crowd. So that's not even like the pay-per-view numbers where, you know, at best it could be subjective because somebody could not be telling the truth. These are things we see with our own two eyes. So to me, Oscar De La Hoya, he's creating these roadblocks and scapegoats because he doesn't truly want to make this fight happen. And there's more than one way to duck a fight. You can price yourself out and ask for a ridiculous amount of money that you know you won't get, and various things you can do to sabotage and make sure that that is not a reality, and then the fight doesn't happen. And that looks like what Oscar De La Hoya has decided to do. It makes no sense, if you want to do business with people, to talk bad about the people you're trying to do business with. You're coming up with these allegations, and you have shown no receipts, no proof that the previous reports and notions of what Gervonta, his numbers are any different. Where'd you get these secret numbers from that no one else knows about? And then again, how do you explain the success that we can see, like the Rolly fight, Tank's fighting the replacement to Rolly, Isaac Pitbull Cruz, and LeBron's going there, and the whole basketball team, Kawhi Leonard and all these people are going, Drake and Lil Wayne are going to Tank fights. So you can't make that part up. Let me know what you guys think. You know, De La Hoya sounds absurd, and this is similar to the Charlo Jaime Munguia fight, where it looks like he's stalling them out. SLC, subscribe, like, and comment for more unboxing. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.